What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Jazz. This intro, there's not really going to be a vlog with it. This is just an intro to kind of get into the video. So, I had a video planned to do 2 Disney March Madness brackets, and that took a lot longer than I expected. So, I'm having to split it up and do one video for one bracket and one for the other. I was planning on there's a movie bracket and then a scene from rides brackets. And I was going to do the movie one first and then the ride one second. That's how I recorded it. But to make it make sense, I'm going to have to post this intro with the ride one. And then when you hear me talking about the ride bracket in the second video that I'll post with the movies, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. So, I hope you enjoy this video of me ranking or going through a March Madness bracket with the Disney scenes on Disney rides. So I hope you enjoy. Okay. This one is obviously harder to see. See, those are some of the names. Can y'all even make that out? I don't think so. So I'm really going to have to really try and decipher because it's just printed very tiny. But this is the ride scenes from different rides at Disney March Madness tournament bracket. So let's go ahead and start. Up here, the Fantasy Conference. We have the Hitchhiking Ghost scene and the Snow White Cottage scene from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Hitchhiking Ghost. Absolutely. Hitchhike. I'm going to abbreviate, so Hitchhike. Big Al from the Country Bear Jamboree and Anubis from the Great Movie Ride. Wow, I like that they're putting the Great Movie Ride in this because there's some great scenes in that. But I'm going to have to give it to Big Al. It's classic. Singing Blood on the Saddle. Burning Town from Pirates of the Caribbean and the pre-show AE. AE. I don't know what that is. But either way, I'd probably give it to Pirates. So let's go with the Burning Town. I do not know what that is. It's against the Star Destroyer from Rise of the Resistance, so it doesn't really matter what it is because that's getting through, definitely. That's the scene where all the stormtroopers are out there. The bay, the Star Destroyer bay, absolutely. So, yeah, it didn't really matter what that was. The Underworld. Oh, so the gangster scene from Great Movie Ride versus something from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. We got to give it to the gangster scene. That's when the gangster takes over the car and things get to go a little wild. Gangster. Great Movie Ride. Muppet Vision. Finale from Muppet Vision versus the Ballroom in the Haunted Mansion. I'm going to give it... Muppet Vision is an underrated attraction to me, so I'm going to give it to Muppet Vision right here. Because I already have something from the Haunted Mansion making a run, and it's going to go pretty good ways, I think. The pre-show from Tower of Terror versus the Hydrolators from the Seas Pavilion. I don't know what that is, but the Tower of Terror pre-show is definitely taking it. The crash scene from Test Track and the jail scene from Pirates of the Caribbean. Definitely jail, absolutely. Burning Rome from Spaceship Earth versus I don't know what that says. Some kind of scene, but number 2 seed, the Burning Rome is, and I would probably put that anyways. Once I get past this first round and kind of decipher everything, it should roll a lot smoother, by the way. Something from Horizons, which used to be used to be where Test Track is at Epcot. I was never around to ride it. And then the montage at the end of the American Adventure. That may win the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, because when that song is playing, Golden Dream, oh my goodness. I mean, it's going to be tough to beat right there. The arts. That's all it says. The arts, and then the cockpit, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Definitely the Falcon. The mine scene from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and the resistance scene from SSE. The Renaissance, not Resistance, from Star Wars. Okay. Definitely the mine from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. When they sing, that's the best part of the ride. The pre-show from Dinosaur, the pre-show from TT. What is that? Test Track? There's no pre-show in Test Track, is there? Unless they're counting the... Unless they're counting the... where you make the cars. I'm going to have to go with the Dinosaur because I can quote that, absolutely. Dinosaur. Blue Light Tunnel, Spaceship Mountain, or the Yeti in Expedition Everest. The Yeti is awesome, but it goes by too quick, so I'm going to give it to the tunnel. Bugs exiting, so when you're sitting in the seats, it's tough to be a bug when they run across you and you feel them. Against Elephant Bath Pool in the Jungle Cruise. I got to give it to the bugs. Squid, 2000 Leagues Under the Sea. I never saw that. And then Finale on Flight of Passage. So we got to give it to that. FOP Finale. Okay, we got one whole side done. Let's go to the next side. So that was the Fantasy Conference and the Nature Conference. Now we have the Glamour Conference, the Wizard of Oz scene from Great Movie Ride versus the President Reveal from the Hall of Presidents. Definitely the Wizard of Oz. And then we have the transport ship from Rise of the Resistance or Trap Safari on the Jungle Cruise. So those guys going up the pole in Jungle Cruise. That's the best scene in Jungle Cruise in my opinion. So let's give it to Jungle Cruise. So this is Catastrophic Canyon from the Backlot Tour versus Veggie Fruit. Some ride from Epcot that I don't ever remember. It was in the Land Pavilion. I got to give it to the canyon and back at the back lot. The Stretching Room versus Donald crashing in Filler Magic. Definitely the Stretching Room. Tumbleweed, Big Thunder Mountain versus the Winch Auction, Pirates of the Caribbean. Definitely Pirates. That was before they redid it and put Red the Pirate. Pre-show, Muppet Vision versus the Lift Hill and Maelstrom. Muppet Vision. The Future Scene, 1994. I don't know what that's from. Versus the Departures Lobby and Star Tours. Just because I don't know what that's from. Carousel Progress, that's what that's from. COP. Oh, yeah, definitely that. The Magic Mirror from Enchanted Tales with Belle versus the Fifth Dimension Tower of Terror. That Enchanted Tales with Belle mirror that you walk through is one of the best illusions I've ever seen pulled off at Disney that no one, people often forget about. But I gotta give it Tower of Terror. The Savannah Reveal in Safari. So when you come around the corner to Savannah versus the Grand Fiesta Tour concert. No, definitely Safari. Riverboat from Finale at Splash Mountain versus the Running Carnivore at Dinosaur Splash Mountain. So the animatronic singing at Navi River Journey versus Flying Over London at Peter Pan. We all know what I'm doing. Peter Pan. Big Blue World scene, so the song at the end, versus the cave scene from Flight of Passage. Definitely the cave. 180 top, Spaceship Earth. So at the top of the ball, when you see the Earth going by, it's like when you're not really outside, but it looks like you're in space. That scene. Versus... Something explodes. Oh, screen explodes. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's a great scene. We're going with that. Then we've got the pre-show at Rock and Roller Coaster versus the departure for Horizons. Rock and Roller Coaster. Age of the Dinosaurs. Okay, from the Dinosaur ride. And then the Three-Headed Troll from Maelstrom. No, Age of the Dinosaurs from Universe of Energy before it's been changed to Guardians of the Galaxy. So that was the Ellen attraction. Versus the Three-Headed Troll from Maelstrom. I think I'm going to go with the Troll. And then Rainforest from... I don't know what that's from. Versus Flight into Imagination. So that was the first scene before they changed, before the revamp to the Journey to Imagination, right? So we'll give it to that. So that's the first round. I know that took a long time, but now since I can really read them, we'll get this thing done. Hitchhiking Ghost versus Big Al. Definitely hitchhiking. Burning Town versus the Star Destroyer. So Pirates of the Caribbean versus the Star Destroyer in Star Wars. You gotta go with Star Destroyer. The Gangster scene, Great Movie Ride versus Muppet Vision finale. Gangster. Pre-show, Tower of Terror versus the jail scene, Pirates of the Caribbean. I think that's... They don't have Jack's scene, but besides Jack's scene, that's the best scene in the ride, so we're going to put the jail. Burning Rome versus Montage American Adventure. Guys, it's gonna make a run. Just telling you. It's going to happen. The Cockpit, Millennium Falcon versus the Mine. Got to go with the Cockpit. Dinosaur pre-show versus the tunnel at Space Mountain. Dinosaur. Bug's Life, Bugs Exiting versus Flight of Passage finale. Flight of Passage. Wizard of Oz versus the Jungle Crew, the Trapped Crew. Jungle Cruise. Yeah, we gotta get Wizard of Oz. Canyon. Catastrophic Canyon Backlot Tour versus the Stretching Room. Stretching Room. Winch Auction. Okay, so the Pirates of the Caribbean scene versus the pre-show of Muppet Vision. I really like Muppet Vision, guys. I know it sounds odd, but I do. I'm telling you. Let's go with the... Let's go with the pre-show just because that scene doesn't exist anymore. Pre-show Muppet Vision. And I think that's also part of the funniest parts of the whole show is the pre-show. Future Carousel Progress versus the Fifth Dimension Tower of Terror. We gotta go with Carousel Progress. The Savannah versus the Ferry at Splash Mountain. Definitely Splash. London Fly Over Peter Pan versus the Cave from Flight of Passage. Peter Pan. Screen busting, exploding from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway versus Rock and Roller Coaster. Pre-show, we got to go with that. Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. And then the troll thing from Maelstrom versus that old scene from Imagination. So let's just put the trolls because that's the only one I remember. Okay, Hitchhiking Ghost versus the Star Destroyer. Star Destroyer. Gangster versus the jail for Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's go with the gangster scene. The Cockpit Millennium Falcon versus the American Adventure montage. That's tough. We're gonna. Well, you have a Star Wars thing in there, so the American Adventure is making another thing. It's making another run, guys. Dinosaur versus the finale at Flight of Passage. The finale of Flight of Passage would make it if it was a flying thing. You're just kind of sitting there and watching, so let's put Dinosaur. Wizard of Oz versus the Stretching Room. Stretching Room, probably. Pre-show Muppet Vision versus the future of Carousel Progress. Carousel Progress makes that. The ferry ending of Splash Mountain versus the flyover at Peter Pan. Ooh. The ferry, Splash Mountain. And then Mickey and Minnie's pre-show versus the Trolls. Definitely Mickey and Minnie. Okay, now that's the Elite 8. We're going down to the Final 4 now. Gangster versus the Star Destroyer. Star Destroyer. And then we've got... Then we have the Stretching Room versus the... Oh yeah, Carousel Progress. Stretching Room. Then the American Adventure montage versus the Dinosaur pre-show. Montage, guys. I'm telling you. And then the ferry versus Mickey and Minnie. We're going with the ferry. Splash Mountain. Final 4. The Star Destroyer. Stormtrooper reveal after you get off the shuttle. Rise of the Resistance. Stretching Room for the Haunted Mansion. Part of the pre-show. The ending montage, American Adventure, and the ferry scene finale, Splash Mountain, where they're singing Zippity Doo Dah. Here we go. Well, the American Adventure made a good run, but Splash Mountain is taking this one. And then Star Destroyer is taking Stretching Room. Now for the grand finale. Here we are, the championship round. The Star Destroyer Star Wars reveal versus the Ferry Splash Mountain big finale. Ladies and gentlemen, your March Madness best show scene in any Disney ride. The champion of the March Madness tournament bracket is the finale from Splash Mountain, the ferry scene where they're singing Zippity Doo Dah. Now that is a scene that I always look forward to every time I ride that ride, and if I get to see that as the last thing for my trip, that always makes me happy. I like that to be the very, very last thing I do is ride that ride and hear the song. That's all I got, you know. We did it. Here it is. That's the bracket for the show scenes. We did both of these. This was kind of cool. If y'all like this, I can try and find some more of these for me to do and post them. And if definitely do your own, you know, do your own and comment below what won out of your brackets. Because my bracket's not going to be like any others because no one's going to put the American Adventure montage, you know. No one's going to put that like in the Final Four except just for me. But I really enjoyed doing this. Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. The best scene the scene that won was the Splash Mountain scene, so that's one of my favorite rides. It and Peter Pan are super close to I couldn't tell you which one I'd rather ride, so that's how close it is. So of course that's one that won the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a zippity doo dah day.